Hello everyone, and welcome to this tutorial that every GameJolt game developer using Godot needs to know. Before starting, I will emphasize that I use Godot for, and it is possible that I make mistakes in certain things that I will correct with pauses. For example, I will be able to clarify certain points or correct others. So that's all, let's get started. First, we will go to this page. You can access it by searching for GameJolt API Godot and accessing a GIF link. To save you time, I will leave the link in the description of this video. Once on the page, what we will do is go to the link that the page itself gives us to download the file. As you can see, I don't have it installed, since I'll be doing it with my most recent game. To do it quickly, we go to our game folder and then go to the downloads folder. This will be because we will only press the back button. Once the file is unzipped in our games folder, what we will do is delete the zip file and enter the folder we obtained. One thing to note is that you copy this specific folder, since if you copy only what is inside, part of the file will not work, and when you have it copied, you just put it next to the others. One very important thing we will need will be our GameJolt account and our game page. If you don't know how to publish a game, I can make a tutorial myself, just leave it in the comments. To access your game, you have several options, but you use any once in the game. We must go to GameJolt API, go to where it says trophies and add one. It is worth noting, read the instructions above and do not exaggerate with the difficulty of the trophies. The good thing is that GameJolt allows us to make trophies very easily and quite intuitively. Once the trophy is done, I want you to keep in mind the code next to the trophy. It will be very important for later. Now we are going to activate the GameJolt addon in our game. First, we verify that we have the autoload of the addon active and also the plugin. These things are very important. Now in general we look for GameJolt, and that is where we will enter the data of our game. The game ID can be found on the page of our game, along with the private key, which remember that you should not share with anyone. With the data entered, now we go to the addon folder and go to example, which I will explain a little about how to use it. When running the scene, we will be presented with many options, but don't be alarmed. Today we will not use all of them, we will only use 4. To test that it works, we go to our GameJolt and get our game token. Remember, do not share it with anyone. Now, we fill in the fields in the global section, which will be quite important for people to get our trophies. In the trophies _add _archived part we will add the code that I told you would be important. This is an identifier for our trophy. We memorize it and put it. This will help us to see that everything works correctly. Remember, if the trophy is not available to obtain, I would recommend deleting the trophy from your accounts. I don't know if GameJolt can punish us, but it is better to avoid problems. Once everything is done, now what we will do is a kind of login into a new scene, which will allow players to register with their user and game token in order to obtain trophies from our games. I'll make mine, you make yours, as you see fit, and in all of that I'll explain the things that you absolutely have to use, so that people can register. First of all, we will use a very important node, which is the line edit. This allows us to add text and help others to enter their data. We will customize this node to our liking. We will add a script to the parent node, and in the script we will use proxies, since it will provide information at all times. Here what we will do is set the autoload of GameJolt to make the username the same as the one written in our line edit, making everything quite simple. Now we will add the ID of our trophy, so that, when we perform an action, the signal emitted will connect to GameJolt and give us the trophy. Now we will simply test if we did everything right. Obviously I will delete this getter method, since it is just an example. As you can see, I was given the trophy by clicking the button after entering my details. Thank you very much for getting here. Congratulations, now you can put trophies in your games. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments. Don't forget to leave a comment and a like on this video, so everyone knows how to add trophies. I'll leave my game in the description in case you're interested. Please don't forget to share your game. Maybe one day I'll start playing GameJolt games, and your game could be the first one. I love you all my little cherries. See you next time.